Disclosure: the Zodiac Project is an original story from Moral Skull Productions. This story features dark undertones which some listeners might find disturbing. All of our content is for those 18 or older. All original characters and names are the sole property of Moral Skull Productions. Please enjoy. Morgan Morales and Jillian Dynamo.
Hey! I know you see me, asshole.
These are the test subjects?
Correct. We have a list of names here.
But why children?
They are more susceptible to the tests. We have a few adults, though.
I'd like to speak to one of them.
I think you'll find Miss Salvetta is the most impressive. Open the door.
Alvarez. Camilo, correct?
Correct.
How old are you?
15, sir.
Interesting. You understand fertility can be compromised due to the test, right?
I will never bring a child into this cruel world.
We'll see about that. Anything different from before?
Nightmares.
Good evening. The title of this episode has been redacted to protect those involved.
I never thought I'd say this, but life's been pretty great despite everything. Mornings are simple. I eat, lie to the doctor, then I go hang out with Sal. He's been super lonely since Ethan disappeared. We all have, really. However, we did get another new kid who was equally obnoxious. However, this new guy, he's just straight up annoying.
And then I said, you won't get it till 2015.
He's been here for about a month. And he's got intel like crazy. He thinks he's from the future and keeps telling really unfunny jokes, like something about chilies. Who knows? I guess I'm considered a part of the family now. Athena doesn't like it, but Adam doesn't mind. Olivia-Rose is opening up to me more. She even talks more about her past. Jacob is making friends and has chilled out a lot. Pine Point has not, though. Apparently, Ethan's disappearance has raised some red flags. His family hired a PI, and she's been snooping around a lot.
Kayden, Olivia, and Athena sat by the fence while a woman in glasses, a blue blouse, and purple skirt questioned them. Her hair was a delicate brown. She had a warm smile.
Alright then, last question. You guys are aware of the state laws allowing you guys to contact and see your families, right?
I have no family.
No parents anymore.
Care less.
Alright, I think that's everything then.
Agitha approached the woman.
I believe that's everything, right?
For today. I have one more meeting, Miss Kuntz.
Kuntz.
Right. Well, I'll see you all around. Miss Taylor, Rudy.
Good day.
The woman placed a big sun hat over her head and began to walk away. She paused a moment.
Crazy how the sun never shines here. Huh.
She proceeded out of the gate at the wave of a guard's hand. Agitha glanced down at Olivia and Kayden. She then proceeded back towards the administration building. The other faculty member followed. Agitha and Taylor whispered to each other. Who called her? Ethan's parents are dead.
I thought maybe you did.
No. Does he have any remaining family?
I think he had a brother in California, but he's locked up.
Must run in the family.
Let's hope she doesn't stick her nose anywhere. Doesn't belong. That could be bad for her.
Definitely. The faculty all disappeared. Kayden and Olivia-Rose quickly turned to each other.
Told you.
Okay, but what can we do about it?
We have to tell her everything.
There's no proof of any of it.
I don't know. The tunnels are kind of weird.
Weird or not.
Do you think there's anyone here who might know something?
could always go ask Sal. He's been here for a while.
The group looked at Sal across the courtyard. He was playing chess with himself.
That's a great idea, but I don't think he's in the right mental state.
I know what we need. We need an info broker. Someone on the inside.
Isn't that what Ethan did?
Sorta. I think we need someone more intense.
Please, no.
We flash to a scene in the cafeteria. The group stands at a table with 6 people gawking. One guy was rather loud. He was the leader of the table, Anthony Adams.
And then I said, if you're gonna step, then step. Because when I step, I'm gonna step on you. So you don't want me to step.
I don't think that was a proper sentence.
Athena, hush.
Alright, what's your point?
The man didn't deliver. So I said, what do you boys have for me in return?
What the hell do you want?
I want to go on one of your off-campus walks.
Fine. Whatever.
You go off the grounds of the hospital?
Yeah, it's a privilege we've earned. Anyway, we can make that happen.
Yeah, boy!
What the hell was that?
Worry not. You'll understand in a few years.
What?
Adam?
Nutcase here thinks he's from the future.
Alright, so tell us information.
No deal. You have to take me first.
Oh my god. Fine. We can go tonight.
Meanwhile, in a blue Cadillac, sat the investigator making a report.
Yes, sir. Agitha was rather suspicious. No, I have not made contact with the whistleblower yet.
Suddenly, the woman heard something in the woods.
I need to get out of here.
Malia fiddled with her keys, then was suddenly approached by a man.
Hey there. Is everything okay? I didn't think you'd still be here.
No, everything's just splendid. Just had to make a few notes.
You sure are pretty, miss.
Oh, thank you. I like your scar. I mean, smile.
Dr. Schatz gave a grimace smile, then quickly pulled out a needle.
Please, you don't have to do this.
Before she could lurch away, he grabbed her by the arm and planted the needle in her neck. And in a moment...
Sleep.
We interrupt this program for a word from our sponsor. We now return to our regularly scheduled program.
Alright, we're ready.
Remember the rules.
Of course. We have a couple people we'd like to join us this time. Kayden and Anthony Adams.
Interesting.
All right, let's handle this then.
The team prepared for their night journey up the hill.
Alright, here's how this works. We get up there and you spill. Or I make Adam beat you up.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You shall get your answers, young Rose.
I'm going to kill myself.
You can't say that in a facility.
Right.
That night, the team journeyed about a mile. They traveled in the dark of the woods on a gravel path.
So, I was sitting there, barbecue sauce...
I'm really regretting my decision here.
It could always be worse.
Really?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Adam?
Whatever that means.
The group continued. As they marched, they passed a bus barn with a single light.
I always wondered where they parked that.
They continued just a bit further until they made it to the peak of a hill. Kayden looked out in the distance. From where he stood, he could see Pine Point glowing from its lights. For the first time since he arrived, he could see the stars.
Isn't it peaceful up here?
And they were roommates.
Can we just get what we came here for?
Not so fast. I am going to relax first.
I'm not playing these games!
The ground rumbled at Olivia's voice.
Start telling us everything you know about this place.
Oh, all right. Sit down.
Rudy, Taylor, Go mind your business.
All right. But you know the rules. You better be here when we get back.
Meanwhile, deep in the basements of the facility.
Huh? Where?
You're safe. We're just going to take care of a few things.
Hello. Malia, correct? We just want a few questions answered.
These... You don't
have to do this? What is with these cliche movie quotes? Now, let's play 20 questions. Who sent you here to us?
Go to hell.
Nurse?
Dr. Schatz walked over to the woman. From behind his back, he pulled a pair of pliers.
You have a very pretty...
Oh, let me guess. You're going to rip my teeth out? Well, I'm still not talking.
I never said I wanted to hear you talk.
Dr. Schatz quickly pulled out a sledgehammer from beneath her bed. And he slammed it into her kneecap.
Now, who is the whistleblower?
Do you think they know too much? Back on the hill walked Rudy and Taylor.
They have speculation, no actual proof.
What about Ethan?
Taylor, you get too personal with these kids.
Someone has to. I haven't seen or heard of a parent trying to contact any of them.
And that's because Phil cut all contact for them. They're working on something for that woman, and they can't let it get out.
I'd do something if I wouldn't die in return.
I feel that.
Higher up on the hill, the group began to talk.
Deep in the depths of the facility are secret tunnels, which most of us are naturally aware of. In early years, Pine Point was an infirmary, so it was normal to have such things in place. After World War II, the place was bought out by P Corp and Ouroboros Labs. 2 other places of property were purchased on the same day.
Is this useful information?
Now get to what you really need to know. They purchased Pine Point, the Salinger Islands, and some plot of land in Nebraska. These places became known for interesting stories. Of course, you know Pine Point. The Salinger Islands were said to be home of an experiment called the Zodiac Project.
Wait, I've heard of that. An explosion in the islands was covered up by the government.
What else can you tell us?
I think you should see the archives for that. Luckily, I can get you guys down there.
We interrupt this program for a word from our sponsors. Kids too much? Work have you pulling out your hair?
Yes.
Then you need to get away at the Salinger Islands Resort. Take your family for an ultimate summer experience. Swim with the dolphins. Ride the waves. Hire one of our trusted sitters while you and your spouse go for a night on the town. It's ultimately unforgettable. Don't believe us? Here are some reviews.
Oh, yes. My cryptic girlfriend and I are having an amazing time. Right, sweetie?
Me and my mom are having a blast. Now get out of my face with that camera.
Salinger Islands is where it's at. Right, girls?
Always.
Margarita Tuesday every day.
Yes, girl boss.
I'm sitting right next to you.
Come on down to the islands this summer and forget about your bosses.
Seriously, I paid for like the whole thing.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program. Kayden and Olivia-Rose followed Anthony down a dark, dingy tunnel.
Now remember, we aren't supposed to be down here.
This is how we're gonna get killed.
We're lucky.
As the group walked down the hall, at the very end, they noticed a large man roaming around in a black trench coat.
Quick, hide!
The group quickly ran around the corner.
What the hell was that?
Maybe we shouldn't be down here?
What gave you that idea?
All right, guys, I think he's gone. Oh, here, take this.
Anthony handed him a key.
We need to dip, but you two go.
I can't leave those two here alone.
It'll be fine, Athena. Caden's cool.
I bet you know a lot about that.
What does that mean?
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Mommy being Adam. And Santa being Kayden.
What?
Okay, wildflowers in the attic later? Archive!
We'll talk about this later, Adam. Kayden, go unlock the damn door.
Kayden trembled for a second. He then rushed over to the door and unlocked it. He waved for Olivia to follow.
Be safe!
That's enough from you.
Olivia ran into the room with Kayden, then quickly pushed a shelf in front of the door. They turned around to see a rather small file room. One shelf had tons of files. They walked over to the cabinet and began to dig.
Zodiac, right?
I would assume so.
Kayden and Olivia-Rose began skimming the Z files. They came across 4 files that stood out to them. Zodiac Gene Mutation Project, Salinger Island Incident, 1994. Project Oscillium and Pine Point Massacre, 1973.
This is crazy.
Let's read these by year so we can piece the puzzle together.
Are we sure these are the right files?
They have to be.
Alright. Let's start with the Pine Point Massacre.
Log date 10/11/1973. Patient was admitted under EOD. Identity. Why is it blacked out?
It's redacted information. Keep reading.
Patient claimed voices were controlling him, which led to family murder. Statement.
There's 7 of them. I can see them, but not with my eyes. No face. Faceless. Dogs laugh at me because of them. Do you see the strings? They're... Sorry. Weird stuff. The big one is called... I feel like they're digging into my brain. I'm scared of clowns. Are you?
Statement was made 4 hours before suicide. Patient rigged hot water tank after bypassing security, causing 80 patients to die due to burns and shrapnel. Conclusion, case closed.
This place has always been fucked up, I take it. Alright. Salinger Island Incident, 1994. Island has become unstable due to Protogen Z overflow. Test subjects are being released. Animals are mutating, and island guest Peacock Providence is sending in reinforcements. In case of flesh-eating side effect takes charge. The rest is mostly redacted.
Did they create zombies?
Sounds like it. What's the Peacock Providence?
P-Core.
You think?
These aren't a coincidence.
Meanwhile, deep in the basement,
No kneecaps. Or teeth. What can I take next?
I'll give you one last chance. Who is it? My God. I knew it. I should have killed her the moment I suspected anything.
back in the archive room.
Oscillium. The Providence has officially acknowledged the return and existence of witches. Fear of Malconta has submerged. Red Cobra has only helped heighten fears of... P-Corps has been conducting hunts and neutralizing threats. Team A is represented in photo below.
More redacted names.
Alright, last file.
Oh, alright.
Kayden began to open the file. Once the pages opened, he fainted and fell into a darkness. Only a single flame lit where he was.
Kayden, don't freak out.
What's happening?
You don't need to read the file. You're ready.
Olivia-Rose grabbed Kayden's hand and they began to step through the darkness until they reached a rusty metal door.
Open it.
How?
That door is locked because it's repressed memories. Open it.
Alright.
Kayden took a deep breath and the door creaked open. The two walked through. An eruption of memories began to fill his mind.
Kayden, it's time you learn the truth.
I'll rehome the subjects.
Kill them all.
You and I have known each other for years.
The twins are responding.
There were 13 of them. one for each zodiac sign: Taurus, Virgo, Libra, and Gemini.
They're unstable readings for Miss Alvarez.
I belong to the Gemini trials. Kayden, so do you.
What?
Do you understand what this means?
My life's a lie?
I'm your sister, your twin sister. You, Kayden Schuler, are Kayden Skylar.
Kayden abruptly awoke next to Olivia-Rose, tears running down both of their faces.
How long have you known?
11 years? I've only known who you are specifically for a year.
What does this mean? Are we freaks?
No, just my brother.
Kayden and Olivia embraced.
You know what this means, right? We have to get out of here.
Yes. Yes, we do.
About an hour passed when Kayden and Olivia-Rose emerged back into the courtyard. Anthony, Athena, and Adam waited. They all embraced.
Thank God you're safe.
Don't think I've forgotten. We'll talk later.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. I need you to run up the patients now. Trustworthy patients.
On it.
Meanwhile, deep within the basement, the nurse and Agitha stand at a furnace.
I trusted her.
What bothers you? The smell of burning human flesh?
I wish I didn't have to.
Don't worry. We'll take care of her.
Down a hall, Mrs. Rudy carried her purse. She was preparing to go home. She pulled out her flip phone for a moment. No new texts.
Come on, Malaya.
She snapped her phone closed and was about to proceed down the hall until she heard what sounded like chains next to her.
I figured it'd all catch up to me soon. I take it they know I'm the whistleblower. I'm surprised they sent you in. Well, promise it'll be over quickly?
Any last words, old friend?
Yeah. Tell Agitha cunts that I'll see her in hell.
Back in the courtyard.
Thank you guys for wanting to listen.
What was they dragged out of bed for?
We need your help. We don't have to, but it's appreciated.
It's become rather clear this place is not helping us. It's time for all of us to get the hell out of here.
We're organizing a jailbreak. Before we continue, we need to know who's in.
Kayden looked out into the small crowd. No one moved. Until someone stood up.
I'm in. You guys do realize they murdered Ethan, right? Wait, what? These people are making all our problems worse. Always working out weird things in the basement. They're killing us. Michael, Gage, Ethan, Mika, everyone loved him. They took him from us. It's time to take everything from them. I'm in, Kayden. The rest of you better stand the hell up.
One by one, they each slowly began to stand. Crowd erupted in clapping, then abruptly
Riot,
stopped.
let's do this!
Don't stop clapping.
Miss Taylor.
Don't. Just count me in.
What?
Miss Taylor got very close to Kayden and Olivia-Rose. I need you guys to keep this down, but my name really isn't Taylor Maxwell. It's Genevieve Hewitt. I'm a private investigator who was hired by an agency to investigate this place. The goal was to liberate everyone. So, I'm in. Kayden turned towards the crowd.
Then it's settled. We're breaking out of Pine Point.